Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is SaulApeMan. I'm sitting president of Polish Parafel University, and welcome in this review of the new patch, because the new patch is live. Yesterday, you see the date on the left screen. We got a new patch. New patch went live, and there were some changes, a lot of nerfs. TLDR, like this patch doesn't change much, in my opinion. And I did some research. I saw like 20 games from pro players on Flow TV already today in the brand new patch, and I'm here to give you my overview really quickly. And first thing first, let's see what went through from the last PTR, because on the right side of my screen, I have access to the last PTR iteration, and on the left side, we have balance changes that went through, and I will cover that. So, for human, polymorph went through. So, you can cast polymorph on the hero 1.5 seconds, doesn't matter. I was looking for some polymorph, and in the pro games, it's not going to happen, I'm afraid. In the 1v1 mode, Arcane Tower hero feedback reduced from 16 to 14, and is not very impactful, and it went through. Knight, Sundering Blades, it went unchanged, so if you don't remember, you need to upgrade and you need to research an upgrade that was used to be default, so it's basically a buff to the medium armor, and we really don't care about this anyway. Flame Strike channel time reduced from 0.9 to 0.8. It went through and doesn't matter on the top level. But look, control magic was changed, and basically it was the full grabby suggestion. So you now get a nerf. So, ladies and gentlemen, look at this amazing technology. Look at this amazing technology. I have access to the red color. So look, this is nerf, ladies and gentlemen. So we have now more initial cost for control magic, the ability for Spellbreaker to heal something, to steal something, some summon, to control it. And basically this initial cost was increased because Grabby said that with Spellbreakers you can steal healing wards, you can steal Spicy Traps, sentry wards, and in 1v1 it doesn't matter. And yes, it's like a very, very late upgrade, and no, it doesn't really matter in 1v1, and the other things are not changed. But here again, something terrible have happened, ladies and gentlemen. Look, Rifleman HP increased from 535 to 445. We were so hyped. The entire Pala Rifle University, that we were getting something to work with, but no, Blizzard just remove it. So, ladies and gentlemen, is this patch going to change much in human? Not really, to be honest. Like small nerf to the Arcane Tower, and that's it. And the small nerf to the Knights. It's not very significant. Nothing really new, interesting to test out. So let's go to the Orc. So as you can see, I have amazing technology. I can just scroll, and let's compare the values. And in the first line, we already have a mistake, ladies and gentlemen, because the current damage of Headhunters is 22, the low roar range, and this is a typo. It should to be from 23 to 22, because the old attack was starting at 23. So this is a typo, but this stays the same. And ladies and gentlemen, like nothing really changed. So we have healing wards, doesn't impact 1v1. Maybe Orc Mirror if someone is trying to make Witch Doctor works with this Blade Master Mirror. I saw one game from Linguagua. Yes, I saw some nice game from 2600 Orc, but it's not meta. Only maybe in Orc Mirror. We will see. A Tauren movement speed buff doesn't matter on pro level. Serpent Ward is a small nerf, doesn't matter. Demolisher movement speed. This is actually, I saw some demolishers when human is expanding versus orc. You need to make some demolishers and stuff. So, but this is a very, very small buff. But look, we need to use red color again. Do you remember Wind Wyvern? Wyvern XP level reduced from 4 to 3. It didn't go through. So it was a huge change for the lamers, for especially matchup Orc versus Undead, but no, it didn't go through. So for the Orcs, do they have something exciting? Not really. You cannot go healing wards, you'll just die. Your Headhunters were nerfed, and Demolishers is like, if your game is not going that well, you need to kill some expansion. nothing really to be hype about. I need to say I'm sorry. And ladies and gentlemen, the winner, big winner of this patch. And yes, there's so many changes for the night elf that I basically need to use some other technology. Wait with me, bear with me. Okay, one more time, and now we are Gucci. Now we are Gucci, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, okay. Now it will work. Production value. Okay, so for the night elf, I was really hyped to play some night elf, but again, Blizzard decided the buffs are too strong and they removed some of them. But first thing first, POTM changes went through, okay? So remember, POTM is going to be better in Night Elf Mirror, but apart the Night Elf Mirror, not really, because Searing Arrow, the POTM more damage ability, didn't go through. I mean, the mana discount, some buff to the damage went through, but not to the discount. And of course, Starfall, nice change if you play solo POTM, but it doesn't happen in solo, maybe in 4v4. And of course, if you are tower rushing, enemy night elf with glaive throwers, Varpolar Blades maybe okay, it's not that useful, but the glaive thrower also got some movement speed buff. So yes, it will be present in solo more often. So, but look, keeper changes on the right didn't went through. So let's use the red color again. Tranquility, and apparently in solo you can make them. You can make to keeper level 6, and I saw some games from pro players like that, but it's quite late, and usually the outcome is decided before the tranquility. But tranquility didn't go through, so it was removed. Force of nature mana cost also it was removed, so two buffs for night elves removed, ladies and gentlemen. Varpolar Blades doesn't really that matter, and the creme de la creme of the buff for the Night Elf Moonwell regeneration increase, it went through. Wellspring, it's the same, it's like a late game upgrade, it's not that impactful. Warden change went through, and ladies and gentlemen, here we have a change, so it wasn't removed, but from 120 to 130, and we have here 125, right? So let's put some other color, maybe. So put some other color. So as we can see, ladies and gentlemen, Wisp HP got change. So it's not 130, it's 125. It's not that much. But let's go back to the right screen, ladies and gentlemen. Nurture Blessing, beloved upgrade by Night Elves to expand in some location, like quite remote, uproot and go with a tree to expansion with a tree of life, right? And Nurture Blessing, lumber cost reduced, didn't went through, ladies and gentlemen. So as you can see, Blizzard removed 3 buffs and changed 1 buff. So yes, Night Elf is getting buff, but not that really. Do they have something exciting to check? Well, maybe Warden is exciting. But like experimenting with Warden here, there for Warden players, that could be cool, right? So those Fan of Knives changes, and of course Moonwell. This is the big game changer, 145. It's a big change, and of course it used to be 1.5 even when Night Elf was quite strong, when Grabby even was having troubles versus Night Elf. I mean, just playing Warcraft didn't feel so good, but as you can see, Night Elf is a winner of this patch. And let's go back to the Undead, ladies and gentlemen. And Undead has a lot, actually. And there are some good, I mean, it's not looking that dire for Undead. So let's compare, ladies and gentlemen. Let's compare. Let me prepare my professional tools. So I need green color here, probably. Okay, so anti-magic shell. Okay, this is actually huge. And is changing only one matchup. It's changing Undead Mirror. Anti-magic shell, and this going on Lance Everywhere. And is already there. Cannot longer be displayable but devour magic. And let me explain. Okay, so it's only targeting Undead Mirror. And I'm so happy playing versus 1-0, 2 best Undeads currently. Today I saw a game and they were experimenting with playing DK Fiends versus DK Fiends. And why? Because if you go to late game benches, you can protect your fiends and heroes with anti-magic spell shield from the Banshee, and now enemy destroyer cannot just devour them over and over again. So they keep Banshees in the back and fighting with the fiends in heroes. And this is a change, okay, this is a change because also Ghoul Frenzy is getting nerfed, so Fiends getting more love, especially with this combination with Banshees, right? But the problem is that from what I saw, this matchup is not very that dynamic anymore because with Lich Ghoul versus this Ghoul was like non-stop action all the time, a lot of aggression, a lot of low HP ghouls being microed, and of course it was leading to mass destroyers at some point. But the problem for me when I was watching Happy versus 120, it was a very slow pace, right? So Happy had to creep level 3 in peace. 120 was creeping level 3 in peace. Then they met in the middle of the map, exchanged some coils, Then they added Leech. But they were creeping the Leech, there was no some crazy swings, and the game went into entire late game. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we'll see some more dynamic in this matchup. And Undeads are saying that it's not that bad, actually. But for me, it's slow, and as a viewer, I prefer to watch Undead Mirror in a little bit more dynamic, more than dynamic version. Okay, Haunted Goldmine, 5 seconds buff, versus Human, for example, I was expecting to see some faster expansions, but not really. Here, Archmage with Water Elemental can cancel them quite comfortably, so, you need to still expand in a right moment because this 5 seconds is not that impactful. And okay, we have one change here, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, we have 60 seconds here, and when we check the right monitor, it was 50 seconds, right? So basically, Ghoul Frenzy was a little bit softened, the nerf, so they are still moving quite fast from 80 to 60. So this nerf is not that in significant, okay, 60, and it used to be 50. In the PTR free course duration, like, is not that important. Cripple, okay, went through. Scroll of the Healing removed, and actually big change. So let's change the color for the green one. So stupid, but let's go. So as you can see, Wand of Negation now was buffed because in the previous patch you had to, ladies and gentlemen, you had to have Temple of Damned, as you can see, as a requirement. You couldn't buy it immediately. And I was watching Happy playing versus Sok, two very high MMR players, the best of the best, and Happy was expanding and he was facing on tier 2 Archmage with 2 water elementals. He was close to the shop and he didn't buy. He didn't buy this Wand of Negation. Maybe it wasn't worth it, according to him. He didn't buy it. Like, I was watching, as I said, I saw 20 games, like 10 of them of Happy, and Wand of Negation, it looks pink, but no one buys this, basically. So, and Blizzard, actually, Grabby yesterday highlighted this. If it turns out to be too oppressive, we'll hotfix the requirement back in. So it's a nice thing from Blizzard to offer that they can still work on this. Not that we don't need to wait like 6 entire months. But ladies and gentlemen, it's not going to be too oppressive. Trust me on that. And versus Night Elf, Happy was playing versus Demon Hunter anyway. So, and there was no Warden games, ladies and gentlemen. So, also for the Human, and no Dragon Hawks, so no, I didn't see anything new so far, that much. Maybe some Mass Witch Doctor in Linguagua game, but okay, so let's go. I saw Frost Nova, so it went through. Doesn't really matter. So it's the same. It's the same. Web upgrade is the same, and actually in Undead Mirror, but it was a little bit lower level. And it was still not with the Fiends. I saw one attempt of making Frostworms and one attempt versus Human to make Frostworms, but it was like 2200 MMR game, not the very top 2700 MMR game. So undeads actually are willing to try to experiment with the frostworms, right? But the other changes are not that important, as we can see, the nerf to the undead was a little bit softened, and they have this wand of negation item and bye speed scroll, heal scroll, I mean. Okay, so let's see what's next. So basically, yes, Undead is not excited as well. Only Nidelv is excited, but just a little bit. Neutral. Okay, so basically, everything went through. Well, as we can see, neutral. So we have the Soulburn change for the Fire Lord. Okay, Vulcan on Earth. So these no changes. I saw one guy doing a Naga with Mana Shield versus Human, but it's not going to be meta. And actually, in the items department, we have one change, one nerf that got softened, ladies and gentlemen, and this is the circlet. So you have 125. The starting is 175. The starting cost to 200. Okay, and here the scare was that Circle will be omega expensive, expensive, and it will be dead. And I saw that Happy will still buy one Circlet, In Org Mirror, they were buying the Circlet. Okay, basically they were buying like only one Circlet, maximum two. Okay, in a very long game. So investing into a lot of Circlets, and on some maps it's possible. Trust me, I saw Happy buying 4 Circlets in one game versus Nidov. I saw that, and he had like super Lich and super Naga because he was like spreading circlets on the Naga and Lich. But yes, this is like another softened nerf to the circlet, and I already saw Glove of Haste, and Gloves of Fate attack speed is to 18%, not to 20%. So that was changed as well. So let me put that here we have the change. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, sleep changes, creep changes, it's the same, and I already covered it, and the only important part is this one. Rogue Wizard can now sleep. That's the only important part, and it stays alive. Rogue Wizard can now sleep. And why? Because, ladies and gentlemen, you may encounter him, and he will just sleep one of your units, but he cannot sleep your hero. So, because it's like a creep ability. It's not a Dreadlord ability. It's not a nerf to Dreadlord sleep. It's a nerf to this sleep from creeps, and Rogue Wizard can now sleep. So, and the other doesn't matter. And ladies and gentlemen, actually one funny part, because I have found a bug in Warcraft 3, but I was trying to be a little bit quiet about this, because yes, spreading the bug on Twitch as a content creator, and maybe my balance suggestions didn't go through, to make Power Rifle playable. But look, there is a new bug, and the name is Fix an Issue where using Ancestral Spirit on a corpse that is being cannibalized would cause the client to crash. And ladies and gentlemen, video about this bug that was already fixed already will go through soon, but I just want to highlight, ladies and gentlemen, that myself, SaulApeMan, with my Twitch chat, we have some influence, very, very tiny, very, very small, on the balance change. And of course, I don't have any contact with Blizzard. I just reported in on the official forum. I reported it to some very big content creator on YouTube, Mr. Neo, and he probably forwarded it somewhere. So thank you, Mr. Neo, for that. And I'm really happy, first of all, the bug was fixed, and we found it. And it was fixed. Nice cooperation on a very short notice also with Blizzard, to shout out to them. And okay, let's read what else is here. We have tournaments, so they are making these automatic tournaments on Battle.net, that you will have some more 3v3 during and 2v2 during the weekend, and they are removing 4v4 because, to find a lot of players for the 4v4 tournament is quite rare. Some map changes in the Battle.net map pool, but I do play on Warcraft 3 Champions, so it doesn't really matter for me. So yes, like Lost Temple is a map on in 1v1 on BNet. So yes, quite weird for me. And there are some changes in the map pool. So this is interesting, and yes, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. So final thought: is Power Rifle going to be better or worse? It will be just the same. Like every buff was like a little bit softer. It's like quite a soft patch. I'm not saying this is good. I'm not saying that it's bad. Of course, two most important things to experiment with is Warden play because of Warden buffs and Dragon Hawk play, and to see how Undead Mirror will change. Basically, that's what I want to see, and to keep Night Elves under control because they get some buffs. They are the winners of the patch. And ladies and gentlemen, it was SaulApeMan analyzing the patch for the last time, and we'll probably wait 6 months for the next patch, and I hope that we'll meet in 6 months and I can cover the patch even better. Thank you and see you in the next video because it will be about the bug. Bye bye.